Hey guys, welcome in Sunny Healing Intuitions. Thank you all for joining me here today and for supporting me and my business. I'm here to share a wealth of knowledge and understanding along our journey as we go through this ascension, this spiritual journey, the growth of Earth, of our collective, because we're all in it together, right? I think it's becoming pretty apparent that we can't ignore our gifts and what's going on and what's awakening in all of us right now. So I'm just here to be a guide and to help bring about real divine feminine ways of doing things. We've lived in this patriarchal world and universe for so long now, and the systems are crashing because things that aren't meant to be, and ways of doing things, like from a place of power and control and greed and desire and all the stuff that very low vibrational. Not saying that masculine energy is bad. It's just we have to know how to blend the masculine and feminine energies together so we can work in a unified, loving way, rather than the push and pull of everyone fighting and trying to just be, and then getting triggered by others. It's a lot. It's so deep in depth. Like, there's a never ending process of learning all about this, but I wanted to dive in more about oracle and tarot reading and just kind of provide a little clarity of how this can help you. A lot of people don't understand how the mind and this type of work works, I guess. So I just want to kind of expand the mind and give you a little bit of knowledge. If you're interested in looking into readings, or if you're finding yourself resonating with readings on YouTube, no matter where you're finding them, maybe to give you a little bit of insight on what you're feeling and what you're understanding while you're watching these readings. Okay, some of this is going to be guided, some of it's going to be read from my screen, because sometimes I tend to let spirit take over and go just let it be, and I want to provide all the information, facts, okay, in a way that you can understand, because when I first started this, I really just dove in heart first, didn't understand, just wanted to, I just knew that I was meant to do this type of work, and I didn't know what would open up, other than that, because I do offer energetic healing. Pretty soon I'll be offering life coaching once I get that certification, and just offering more workshops and healing opportunities. Once I'm able to create memberships, I will be doing workshops. So if I can get to 1,000 subscribers, then that will help me to be able to do that. And I would love to dive in with others and start doing the work that I know I'm meant to do. So with that, please like, subscribe for more content, like the video if you're finding the information is helpful. Share this with anyone that you might find that could use this information. Just, and if you want, you can comment some experiences that you've had. Any comments help, any likes on the video help grow my channel for more subscribers, to get me to the place where I can be of service in the best way possible. Otherwise, we can do one-on-one work. I do offer free consultations for about 15 minutes to feel the vibe out. I mean, if it goes a little longer, no big deal, but just to see if we vibe together for the work that you would be investing in. Your time and energy. All right, so before diving in, I want to explain how the brain works, okay? So Sigmund Freud, he's an Austrian Austrian neurologist, and so he became the founder of psychoanalysis. He ended up dividing the mind into three parts. We have the conscious mind, the pre-conscious mind, and the unconscious mind. Most of us are aware of this, but I'm going to break it down. The conscious mind is what we're aware of, okay? It's things that we know about. The pre-conscious mind is information that it represents ordinary memory. So while we're not really consciously aware of it, we can retrieve that information when needed. And a lot of times this can be when we're healing, when we're in flight or flight mode, doing deep meditations or Akashic soul record work. The unconscious mind is everything that we're not aware of, and this is usually represented by shadows. These are pain, grief, loneliness, despair, depression, all those low energies that we feel, like anxiety, fight or flight, anger, rage, sadness, loneliness. These all are thoughts and memories that exist outside of us. You know, these are things that happen to us. They're not who we are. So even while we're not aware of its underlying influence, the unconscious mind does continue to influence our behavior and our experiences. So Carl Jung, he's a Swiss psychiatrist, and he built upon this theory from Freud with the concept of the collective unconscious. So the unconscious of the collective is a library that is a resource of human knowledge. It's kind of like the Akashic records of our soul, but it's like the collective, okay? The collective unconscious works with images, memories, and dreams. Now, these can be used as metaphors, and that connects us not only to our collective unconscious, but to the collective feminine wisdom that we all share. And this is what I was talking about earlier, you know, leading from a place of observation, trust in ourself, being grounded and knowing what we want and knowing that we can get there without having to push, force, have power and control over our stories and others and the situation, right? So the collective wisdom is something that lives within our souls, okay? So it often remains hidden and until something triggers it, okay? And this is where it gets interesting, okay? I promise. So oracle cards are the perfect trigger to keep this wisdom alive, okay, and active. Tarot cards and oracle cards are a combination of words and images, right? So when we're looking at like this card here, to breathe, you're seeing her calm with around water, which is healing, and so is this lotus energy that she's in, and it's giving her the ability to breathe deeply and calmly, and that's a very healing vibe energy, right? So words will trigger the left side of our brain, while images trigger the right side of the brain. They offer a tangible way for us to connect with our intuition, our imagination, our creativity, and the library of the collective wisdom within all of us. So now that you have an understanding of how these readings can work within the mind, without, you know, outside of ourselves, and kind of bring it all together, I want to tell you that I take things a little bit further. So I connect with your soul guides. I use love and light in all of my work, but I also use my spirit guides, my soul guides, to connect with your energy and your energetic field, as well as your soul guides. But this is all done with permission. This is something that all of us do, but I want to say before I go further that if you have a weird vibe or feeling like things are off or not right with somebody that does this work, trust your gut, because that is telling you that this person does not have integrity in the work, and they're in it just to either have control over others and get financial gain from it, or just to get the financial gain out of it. Whereas people like me, who also do like energy healing work, readings, you know, with love and light and the most integrity in the work, we are people who are not in it for the money. We do want to obviously charge for our services because we're trying to run a business, right? However, there are times where people are really struggling and we feel that energy, and sometimes we may want to extend our graciousness to them without having to charge. Especially if our soul is calling to help this person. This is why we're here, to do the work from our heart, from our soul's purpose, to guide others, because we have been through the work. We've been through the shadows, and shadows are not bad. They're just aspects of ourselves that keep us stuck in a low vibration, that we don't pay attention, the things that we try to avoid about ourselves. That's what shadows are. And the only reason they call them that is because it's like you have to dive deep into the darkness of yourself, right? I mean, when you're feeling the weight of the world around you and things are happening and you feel like they're happening to you, really it's just trying to get you to pause and look at your life and to reassess the things that you're doing. Ways of being, ways of deciding, instead of being in fight or flight and asking everyone else about what they think. We should be looking at how we feel and what we think and what we want and leading from there. Not from, like paying attention to news and, oh my God, the prices are going up and I don't know if I can afford this. And if we can just sit here, quiet, and get clear, journal, meditate, get quiet. And meditation doesn't have to be like a 20-minute to an hour session. You could be 5 minutes. And you could build it from sitting still for a minute. And when you could do that, you sit still for 2 minutes, and then 3 and 4 and 5. Everything doesn't need to be rushed. We're not going anywhere. We're here living our lives. And when we can get in connection with ourselves and our path forward, that's where we can lead from love and like truth for ourselves, not by what's going on outside of the world, in the world. Outside in the world, outside of us, right? Now, what I do when I do my work is I don't tell you the future. I don't tell you what your outcome is going to be. I can tell you what your potential is. So that's why I dive into your energetic field, because I am working with your Akashic records. These are the soul records of your life. They're your blueprint. So astrology is a blueprint of our life by using our natal chart and where planets fall, right? So I've been working with this since I got my friend to do my natal chart in super depth, and I am so fucking grateful for her work, And if you're open and want to dive into something like that, there is a good cost for it, but it's very worth it if you have the means and you want to do the work for yourself. I looked at that thing so many damn times since she's done it and like followed the blueprint. And then I finally started to understand on my own, like what I needed without having to bug her all the time. And it was nice. Like now I understand. And it's just by watching the astrology videos that I align with, not, trying to look at all the videos and figure it all out. Like there's one or two people I like to watch, and sometimes I don't watch both of them. Sometimes I watch one. And I just feel into the energy of what's going on. And usually it's confirming that I'm right where I need to be rather than having to do the work because I've already done it. And I've used the cards for the same purpose. It's really helped me when I need a confirmation. I don't go to the cards when I am emotionally charged or in a mental loop. I always make sure that I'm coming from a calm place. And I'll never do the readings when I'm going through deep healing work. I usually take time off for that. But I've been through 6 months of not doing the work in my business and doing the work here. And I'm ready to evolve and expand and share what I know and what I've learned. Because I have learned a lot. Even in the past month, week, day. I mean, it's now that I've quit my day job and focused only on this business and this channel and my dedication to providing the knowledge and wisdom that I know helped me along the way. So I want to help you. I'm here to do this now. So again, I'm going to confirm what's going on in your life. And I'm going to help you to see the potential in yourself to get where you need to be. Now, if you dive into healing and oracle integration readings, which is where I use the cards to dive into your soul's records, I see what's going on, how we need to work together to figure it out, and then I provide guidance of how to navigate the energies, right? And I try to do this on a recording. If we do it within 45 minutes on Zoom, then I can record it. I may actually test out Google Meets. I think I can record on those too. And then I integrate the information using my sacred soul symbols, which are symbols that are working with the quantum field. Oh, quantum jump right there. Look at that. You know, we can work with your chakras. We can work with a tune-up of your energy to kind of, you know, give you the boost of energy that you need and the clarity. We'll figure it out during the readings and integrations. That's what they're all about. And I have many offers with those integrations. Now, I also provide information on your shadows. So I will be giving you some in-depth information that's going to help you. So you just have to be prepared to do the work and to receive that information, because sometimes while I don't provide the information in a harsh way, it can come off that way because this is your soul's records telling you, I mean, the truth about what you need to know, right? So it's just things that are hindering your growth that can help you to understand how you can grow past those blocks. And I do provide tips of how to take care of your energy after that. And then you also have the recording to help support your path so you can keep going back to that healing meditation, because it will be a meditation that I take you through. We really want to dive into like you want to feel the energy expanding, right? You may get some insight through knowing, through a feeling, through your mind's eye. You could hear beautiful music, or, you know, I mean, there's a lot of magic that can come about from it. And, you know, we're just helping you to quantum leap into your best self, your higher self. And that's what we're working with, is your higher self, the highest aspect of your soul's essence, leading you through this journey. So again, no future telling. Sorry, I don't do that. That's just, I don't like to look into the future for things. The only thing I do is when I'm trying to decide, I go into a deep meditation and figure out what I want, and I create a container, and I check to see if that container is filled in the highest and best way for my path. And once I get the green light, that's how I open that door towards my path. I mean, I literally alchemize my life. And I can teach you how to do that as well. So if there's any services that you find you want support in, you can look at my link down below in the description box. You can email me with questions. We can also do a free consultation that you can schedule on my website. And yeah, I'm here to help, and I hope that my channel helps you and supports you. I will be doing videos that will offer spiritual tips, healing tips that you can do if you're not working with a therapist, or even if you are and you just need extra support when you're not with the therapist. These are ways that can help support. You can check out my playlist to see if there's anything that lands for you in there. And I'm just sending so much love and light out every time I do these readings and these videos. I love you guys so much, no matter what. Okay, so thank you for being here, and I hope that my readings and videos provide you with what you need on your path. Love and light. Take care.